Hello, folks. Welcome back to Chris Wyatt Africa. Well, South Africa's elections, the interesting things continue. Many analysts and just citizens of South Africa have complained and had expressed concern that what will happen the day the ANC loses? Will they step aside? Will they follow legitimate democratic practices? Or will they be petulant children, or petulant children that is, and refuse to leave governance when booted? Well, after the 2021 municipal elections in which nationwide the ANC scored under 50%, and what to them was a shocking development, but to the rest of us was long overdue, they find themselves in control of only 122 of South Africa's 200 plus municipalities and metropolitan areas. And they're leading in another 45 with the most votes, but not enough for a majority, 50 plus 1. So what's happening? Coalitions are forming without the ANC, and they're not happy about it. And the first indications of how the ANC will react are not good. And a bit dangerous. A bit dangerous, folks. First off the table, let's take a look at Umgeni municipality, which includes Howick and Pietermaritzburg in KwaZulu-Natal, where the Democratic Alliance, in one of its few bright spots in this election, won a stunning victory there with the young Chris Pappas, 33-year-old, who went door-to-door to drum up support in a traditional election campaign, unlike the rest of his feckless party, and managed to win that town for his party. Well, the inauguration there didn't get started very well. They had a meeting, they're supposed to inaugurate the new mayor and deputy mayor, but the suspended manager of Umgeni, that's Tambeka Tibani, refused to leave. And she told the Witness newspaper that she had been at work for the past 2 days as her suspension had lapsed. What suspension is that, you might ask? Well, the ANC official was suspended after the Special Investigating Unit found that there had been irregularities and maladministration in the way grant funding had been spent on COVID relief in the municipality. So she was suspended. So legally she can't be there. Therefore, the meeting is illegal. And Pappas and his fellow DA councillors got up and left the meeting in Umgeni. Not a good start with an ANC official illegally sitting in on a meeting. Now we see that in another place, the first municipality in which a coalition government has been formed of the 66 hung councils, this is the first one, leaving 65 left to be remain, either for a coalition to be formed amongst parties to get to 50 plus 1, or for a revote to take after a province takes over control of those municipalities. The first one that had a coalition is Cederberg in the Western Cape, which in 2016 went to the Democratic Alliance, but later a Democratic Alliance member abandoned her party, betrayed her party, and gave control of the council to the African National Congress the past couple of years. The first inaugural council sitting for Cederberg was scheduled for yesterday, Friday, the 12th of November. But following commotion from the African National Congress, it had to be postponed. It won't be held now until Tuesday. Well, the municipality's acting municipal manager, Andreas Titus, postponed the meeting because the ANC. The boycott by ANC councillors who didn't show up at the meeting, they questioned the council's documentation at yesterday's meeting. Shouldn't be a surprise given the shenanigans going on in Cederberg over the past few years. Now, the incoming mayor, Dr. Reuben Richards, who's the former Scorpions Deputy Director General, is the mayor-elect. He said the air was filled with excitement as those who had packed the council chambers waited for it to proceed. But ANC councillors did not show up for the proceedings and threatened legal action if the meeting went ahead. So we already have illegal ANC members attending council meetings, trying to disrupt things or control things in KwaZulu-Natal. And now we have ANC children, juveniles, not showing up because they lost an election. The Democratic Alliance, the Freedom Front Plus, and the Cederberg First Residents Association concluded a coalition that gave them an agreement which gives them 6 of the 11 seats on the council and control the council. And as I said, this is the first coalition amongst the 66 hung municipalities in South Africa. The position of mayor goes to the Cederberg First Residents Association, and their candidate there is Reuben Richards, who will become the mayor. And the deputy mayor position goes to the Freedom Front Plus. And we see already, folks, the juvenile, childish behavior of the African National Congress. This is juvenile and it's childish, what we see in Umgeni, in KZN, and what we see in Cederberg in the Western Province. But is this an indication of how the ANC will react when they lose control of another province beyond the Western Cape, when they lose control of Parliament? Will they resort to force of arms? Will they be childish and churlish, as we see here? Whatever the case is, these are very disturbing signs about how the ANC will behave as a political party. Once again, throwing discredit on the realistic position that whether they are a political party or simply a malicious independence movement. Well, folks, thanks a lot for joining Chris Wyatt Africa. Appreciate your time with us today. I hope you found this insightful and informative. And watch out for further municipalities where the ANC has the lead but is unable to form a coalition. Will their anger result in juvenile behavior or violence? We shall see. Take care, folks.